Yo! What's going on? Welcome back. It's another Thursday. Another day, another dollar. Another Tokyo Open. Another trade slung on. Another rip up day. Another sideways Globex session. What's going on, everybody? How we doing? Welcome back. Let me know as you're coming in. What's up? Let me know everything looks good and all that. Make sure to like the stream as you come in. Doesn't hurt, you know? Doesn't hurt. Ryan, what up? Trader 808, what's up? How we doing? Bit of a quiet start, huh? Just us for now. Tanner Adams, welcome to the team. What's going on? Jeffrey Chandler, what's up? What up? HVAC Claims? That's a funny name. HVAC Claims, walk me through that. How did we get to that name? Close the chart already? Dude, I don't blame you. Tokyo just opened. We'll go through the whole gamut in a second. Gray, what up? What's up, dude? We are smack on Kelt Mid. I'll talk about the day, RTH and all that. I hope everyone stayed safe during that. I hope y'all weren't just trying to short the whole way up. That's going to be brutal if you were. And I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. HVAC Claims. We have a desperate customer for you over in England. Man is desperate. Okay, if Tokyo Open can go manage to wick the Celts up here, you know what? Maybe what I was saying is misguided. Maybe Tokyo Open actually is going to play out. But quick little recap on everything we saw during the day. Just want to check something real quick. We just went straight up. I mean, I don't have to tell y'all. We literally just went straight up. Like, pretty wild. Look at this chart, man. I haven't seen one of these in a hot second. It has been a hot second since I see one of these. Not bad, though. Like, if you're able to position early, then, I mean, this is a banging trade. I was debating the long from like here, like literally low of day. I was looking at this like could be interesting, you know, and then I didn't take it. So whatever. I only would have paid for like 400 points. Sick. It's whatever though. I did take, oh, we were moving real nice on Tokyo so far. I did take this trade. Oh, I forgot. You can't even see this. Well, I can't see it either. Man. All right, I'll just mark it out for you. Actually, why don't I just show you on Discord? I did take a trade on the Apex. That's what I meant to say. That's what I'm getting at. I actually took 2 trades on the Apex. Throw them up real quick. Balance on the Apex, my RTH eval as of right now is 51,365, so roughly halfway there. So it's getting there. It's moving and grooving. What up, Suin? Let me show y'all the trade I had. I did take a picture of it just for stream purposes. I also made a pretty proud of this one. I made a pretty fire meme. It's in the Discord. Go ahead and check it out if you want to. Gotta join the Discord first, though. There's your incentive. I post sick memes in Discord. Definitely not AI generated. AI had nothing to do with that. Dude, this is nuts. This is so insane. Where is my screenshot, though? Aha. Found it. I did take this bad boy. I took a short over here at like 180s, got stopped out, full stop, so $300 down. And then just hit my leg on a table too. And then I waited for the Kelt mid long, got long kelp mid. I kind of chased this entry. I'm not going to lie. I was actually looking for the entry at 100 and we never traded 100. So I'm not going to lie. I kind of chased it. It was a knowing chase though. I wasn't like FOMOing into it. I was like, hey, I really want to be in this trade. It was yeah, I mean, it was a purposeful chase is what I'll call it. And then literally walked away. Like I got long here and then I usually go to lunch at 12. Just straight up went to lunch, came back, opened the computer, saw that I was up of what is this, 118 points or whatever, and just closed out and called it there. So that put me up like roughly 300 and change on the day after being down 300. And then I called it there. Because I told y'all I am working so hard on my RTH sessions on just staying green. Apparently I'm pretty decent at getting green early. Like my last few sessions at RTH, I've been green really early, and then I just give it all back. Who else joined? Who else joined? Suvin, what up? Root, what up? Mantis, what's going on? Mitch, what up? What is popping? I'm really hoping that we can wick out ideally the Kelt, but like I'd also kind of like to see prior days high and then get short. That'd be sick. Nice, Mitch. Nice. I could never walk away. I mean, just light leverage. Like I had 3 micros on. I knew my stop was in. I knew it was a bracket order. So it was like a one cancels other. And then just try not to think about it. That's all. What up, Sober? What's going on? Magic Trader, what up? Ryan with the roll call. Hey, what is a slap, man? Too early for that. At least give me like 240 before slapping. On volume, gentlemen and ladies who are watching. On volume, we've got this. This was RTH Open, straight rip fest. This is all overnight volume, left that behind. And then we came up into this consolidation area, what is going to be New Balance for a while, I'm sure. Wow, what a slap, man. Already? Already, chat? What is a slap doing here? And wicked out prior day's high there. Not prior day's high. Wicked out current session high during prior day. Finished basically on point of control. Not a surprise to anyone. For tonight's Globex chat, I'm not going to lie. I think we all need to temper expectations after a day like yesterday. Tonight's Globex might be rough. We might be staring at paint drying, if I'm being totally honest. This does not inspire confidence. Unless we see some real selling to take us back down into like lower volume, this might be rough. So, as of right now, I'm just going to assume like rotational stuff, like get to the highs, sell the highs, come back down, get to the lows, buy the lows, come back up. That's my assumption. Obviously, we'll adjust as time goes on, but I mean, current session point of control is basically on top of yesterday's point of control as well. Chat, it might be cooked. We might be absolutely cooked. It's going to be a very good day to play some NQDL is what it's looking like. And then bigger time frame, we did just break and retest the 30K box that I have marked out. So y'all know how I'm playing this. These are, this would load. Hello? What did I do? I'm playing this as just like straight support and resistance, like clean break and retest. Great. Get long, continue higher. I really would like to see a trade lower, a fall back into this volume to go back test 30K. I really want that actually for a long before I get long anything. And then continuation higher would be sick. Kind of wish they'd waited until August 24th when the nanos are out so I can take this on the what will be the nanos account, but whatever. It is what it is. Jaws is trading the Lucid daily 50K accounts. How'd you know? Chat, pinned comment just got dropped. Check out the pinned comment. How did y'all do today, though? I really hope no one got hosed on the way up. That will ruin my day. But how did y'all do? And what did you trade? I know some people, and I'm honestly a proponent of this sometimes too. If you see price action like this that you know you're not good at, but you still feel like, you're going to trade no matter what, like, good time to switch to an eval and just get jiggy with it on an eval instead of like risking fundeds or a live. My 2 cents. Eddie, you got hosed? I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. It's one of those days you just got to learn from. These days happen every once in a while where we just go straight up, and especially as we get closer to all-time highs. So you just really just comes down to like recognizing it early and not putting yourself in a position to just get run over every time. Trader 808, same. Sorry, man. It wasn't anything. Don't do well. Fair. No trade is a trade. No mean. All right, let's there shouldn't really be that much news, right? I feel like we've gotten most of that out of the way. Financial juice. Yeah, nothing for right now. Some Euro news overnight, and then retail sales and Michigan sentiment tomorrow morning. So there will actually be some movement tomorrow morning as well, I assume, just based off of news. Maybe. Remains to be seen, though. I will be trading tomorrow morning, which is nice. I will be making the opportunity for myself to trade tomorrow morning. So I will see y'all on streams in the morning, as well as in Discord and in chat and all the good stuff. That being said, I do need to let y'all know, Mr. TBM, Mr. Trades by Matt in the chat, is having a pretty sweet guest on tomorrow. Nutty Bar Trading. I don't know if you guys have ever seen him on lives or any of his videos, but really cool trader. He's going to be on Matt's stream tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. Make sure to tune in. I will be there. Not on stream, obviously. I'll be in the chat, but I'll be there, as well as the rest of the streamers, I'm assuming. Should be a fun time. I'm pretty excited. And then Monday, Matt's also got the CEO of Take Profit Trader on his stream as well, which is, y'all know like when you get like mythical pulls in like Pokemon card packs, like you're opening it and you got like, in, I don't know. What are the Pokemon that suck that you never want to get? Like Magikarp. You got like Magikarps, you got the Geodudes, and then you pull like a mythic holo and it's a Charizard. Matt's got a Charizard on stream on Monday. So that's pretty cool. Also, for anyone that misheard my mispronunciation, I did not say the F-bomb. I said frickin'. I just want to make that very clear. I know, I realized as soon as I said it, it came out jarbled because my mouth is really dry, but let's get a baseline here. Set the table there. Buyers tried, and we are immediately back at point of control. This, it's not shaping up well, boys. It's not shaping up well at all. That's unfortunate. At the very least, I'd like to go see prior day's high. I feel like that would make a ton of sense. Go sweep out prior day's high, ideally in like just one big aggressive move, and then come all the way back down. That'd be sick. Logic, what's up? What's going on? What is poppin', dude? T2P, baby, T2P. Gary really came in chat one day, dropped a banger like that, and then disappeared. It's funny. Can't sleep in the UK heat? How hot is it for y'all? Hey, we had this dude in here earlier named HVAC Claims. Hit him up. England heat. 35 Celsius. Guys, plan to trade Asia Open printed today. What plan? The gap? I don't really see a gap. I mean, there's this. Unless you're counting it as like, unless you're counting this as not how, like, where do we open? Right here. Unless you're counting everything from here to here as not having filled it, like you're saying you just target the gap no matter what off Asia Open. Like even if Sydney, I call this Sydney because I believe that's where the first market opens, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's Sydney. So even if Sydney doesn't fill it, or even if Sydney fills it, which it did, you still target that gap off Asia Open. Is that the tech? Also, Mitch, nothing's 100%, man. Like some days it's going to fail. You got to have like a risk management framework in place there. But yeah, I think if that's what you're talking about, then yes, it did print like immediate 15 points, which is cool. Oh, I see. You ride it both ways. Interesting. Sure. I mean, let it rip, man. Just control your risk. There's so much in trading that works. Quite literally a million ways to bake the pie. You just have to make sure that you're leaving yourself in a position to trade another day. If you blow yourself up, can't take any trades. Crazy EU doesn't use AC. Fact, bro. It's not the whole EU, is it? Is it? I feel like it's not the whole EU. No, because I was in Portugal. They had AC. I think it's literally just England, bro. It's just crazy. Hey, hello, Slaps. Dude, I would love a long. Where would I like a long from? Let's find out. I much prefer longs right now than shorts. That's for 100% sure. I think intermediate term long could be like anything down here, truthfully. Like anything wicking the Celt, I think intermediate term makes sense for a long. Ideal long is down here at 103 to 73. This like 30-point range down here is the ideal scenario. I'd be shocked if we got there within the stream, personally. That seems like kind of a aggressive move, given what we're working with. But that'd be cool. I would like it. And this little volume ledge here is also interesting. This ledge from like 160 to 155, kind of interesting as well. Yeah, to 30,050, dude, I would love that. I would love that. That exactly that range. You nailed it. Anything between like 30,070 and 30,020, I am so on board with. Don't know if we're going to get there tonight, though. That seems like a pretty aggressive ask for just one session, unfortunately. Let's see, anything crazy on order flow I should be aware of? This was that low from earlier. This is a pretty nice low. Open was back here somewhere. Oh, look at all this buying, dude. That's crazy. Dude, what a long this was. GG's to anyone that snagged the long on the back test of 30K. This is I don't want to call it obvious, but like this is one of those longs that is like screaming at me to take if I see it. All of this buying on the way up, running through all, like these passive sellers quite literally got ran over, like completely run over as they're sitting up in this area selling. And then had some sellers try to bring us lower right in line with where this really big passive seller ended up being, and then ripped out of it. That is a top tier long setup. Very nice. Yeah, in terms of order flow to be aware of, I kind of really just think it's like the obvious area of like the 30K area where we broke out, and this low from like 3120 to call it 3100. That seems like the obvious areas to be aware of. As much as I want to take this long right now, just because like we've swept out current session lows, I'm not going to take it just because I personally am going to feel like an idiot if I long right here and then we keep going lower to wick out the Celts and specifically wick out like this low at 3140. I'm going to feel like an idiot if I take a stop there. So I'm not going to do that. But it's tempting. I'd be lying if I just said it wasn't tempting. That's 100% sure. What up, MM? What's going on? You got log 995? Wait, what? 995, like 29995? You saying like down here? Oh, this low over here? Jeez, dude. GG's. What a dog. Nice trade, man. I'm assuming you made bank on that, considering it then ripped for another 300 points or whatever. What up, N1? What's going on? Great day. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Yeah, I know a lot of people did really well today. This really is one of those days where like you either make a bag or you get run over. Very little in between. Not going to say no in between, but very little. I know Subin was up like 22 grand or something outrageous. And then I know some people probably got wrecked. What up, Nicholas? Yeah, maybe. Are you saying this wick? The like market on close? Actually, this isn't even a market on close. This is like just straight close. This is just straight RTH close. Nice. Called it up 100. Hey man, you ended green. That's what matters. You ended green. We take those. We absolutely take those. Yeah, nothing obvious down here yet. Like maybe if there's some obvious order flow coming in, I would take this long, but like I gotta stick to my plan. I'm not taking that. Tough. Can't wait to watch it run back up to prior day's high. It's gonna be awesome. All right. While I'm waiting for this to work out, to pan out, I should say. While the panning is panning, let's run a fresh Encutal. Fresh, hot off the press, just updated today. I am very curious to see if my my suggestion made it in. If it did, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So this is gonna be some dev source code stuff. I am going to bank if mine made it in. Because I may or may not know exactly what happened. So I wonder if Zach put it in. I'm going to take this on one contract. Oh, I forget that break even is an option. Insider trading? No. Never that. Never that. Just predetermined knowledge. That's all. That 3.2K is my like all time. It's my overall. I don't think that's that high for overall. Oh no, it is. I'm fourth. Dang. Okay. Life flex. Life flex. I didn't realize dude. If only I could do that with my actual trading, man. All right, Law put up a banger of a day the other day though. Yesterday's. No one on the leaderboard today yet. Easy peasy. Stop break even. Come on, Mr. Market. Oh no. No. Okay, break even. That's fine. We take those. Hey, no slippage. Zach, you didn't build in slippage? GG's. Bane of my existence. Okay, this is also not the one that I recommended or wanted, so I'm going to just... I'm just do this. Long. Looks fine. Sure, let's try it. When in doubt, just get long, you know? Seems to work. Nice. What up, Zach? Zach, you're just in time. Good morning. I have to see. Did you include mine or no? Am I about to put up 40K or no? When in doubt, just get long. Oh, it's all synthetic, no suggested. Okay, so I'm not going to put up a monstrous day. Unfortunate. It's all right. Oh, nice little top tick. Ooh. Ooh. Not bad so far. That being said, I still have a ton of contracts, so I'm kind of just going to have to punt this on the last one and hope it goes in my favor. Hey, baby, when in doubt, just get long. So like a $300 stop on that. Hundo 50. When in doubt, just get long. All right, this is the last one. Yeah, this is the last one. So I have 6 contracts left on the last one. What does actual price action look like? Not great. Wow. I'm not gonna lie, this one looks like it sucks. Do I flip short? Do I hit the reverse button and flip short? Is that the play? I can only long so many times till it stops working, right? Like, at what point do I flip the reverse? Oh, dude, they're gonna run this all the way back up. They just piked out the lows, now pumping back into the high of the range. All right, I am gonna flip short. Max contracts. I am gonna keep the break even. Maximum stop. There's no reason to not do a maximum stop at this point. And just gonna do one of these. 11,000. Literally can't go wrong. Come on, big money. Come on. Oh, I can flatten automatically? Or manually, I mean? Come on, big money. Come on, big money. Yeah, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. Rip. Could have been up like a grand, whatever. Ended flat on that one. Ended flat. I'm just waiting till Zach puts in the one that I suggested, and then I'm blowing everybody out of the water. It's not even going to be close. Yeah, I could have taken the... I didn't realize you could flatten manually. That's cool. Could have taken the 1.5. Oh, well. I was going for, like, outrageous number or bust, though. I want to put up 10K. I want people to open the leaderboard in the morning to, like, play that before RTH and just see something outrageous. All right, not bad. I can take that. 43 puts me at break even. That's okay. Hey, Bella, what's going on? Bella, welcome to complete sideways Globex session. We are going fully sideways. How am I? I'm good, Bella. I had a decent day. Ended up 300 on the Apex. Doing all right. How are you? What's going on? I wonder if they go chase this wick. I mean, y'all know, I would love that. I would love to see us wick outside the Celts, take out this low, and then just rip, like, ideally right back to prior high, up to 270. That'd be all time. Bars, what up? What's going on, dude? Does this actually rip, though? I don't see any order flow down here. Like, actually none. At least nothing big, obviously, because I have a filter on. This looks like they rip it, though. This looks like they kind of pump it. Yeah, Bella, as of right now, I'm splitting my accounts. So for here right now, I'm trading the Lucid 50K daily. And then during RTH, I trade the 50K Apex end of day, which I am enjoying. I'm not going to lie, RTH has been treating me much kinder than Globex recently. So, been pretty good. And I mean, in case anyone's interested, Apex currently 90% off with code TBM. Don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I never did anything for you. Hit the link in the description or the link in the pinned comment. Go check it out. Might be the move. All right, they did pike the low. Good. This is good. Let's get a little bit more. Pretty please. Zach, on the on NQ or on like on the actual market? Biz, what up? What's going on? Being patient? Yeah, I don't really know how else to explain this. Have y'all ever seen the stat that like your brain like fully develops like around 25? I feel like my brain, like I finally like felt it develop. Like my prefrontal cortex just like one day developed earlier this year. In like March roughly, I'd say, like earlier first quarter of this year, Q1 of this year, I feel like I just woke up one day and I was like developed. For anyone that doesn't know, I'm 25. Yeah, preemptively answering Subin's question. I'm 25. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like this year it's just been a lot easier to be patient. And I don't know what else to attribute that to, because I like nothing else has changed in my life necessarily that would make me more patient. I don't think. I just woke up one day and was like, huh, interesting. But yeah, since then, I've just been trying to be patient. I have to disagree with what? Having your brain develop at 25? Ryan, what were you getting into at 25? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm like perfect by no means, not even close. I just feel like it has become easier to like apply like better thinking to just like life in general. 35, no. We're going to consult Google. And as everyone knows, Google, especially Google Copilot, is never wrong. Science.com. Yes, very good. This article is not long enough. That was like a whole 4. It was like 4 sentences long. Chat, how much do we trust Wikipedia? I'm currently on the timeline of human brain development page on Wikipedia. How much do we trust this? Oh, all right. Maybe I'm spouting just nonsense. Wikipedia, the all-knowing source. The all-knowing source of Wikipedia is saying that science has shown that the brain continues to develop until at least 30 years of age. All right, well, maybe this is placebo, but I swear, man, earlier this year, like I just woke up and was like, life makes more sense. I understand it now. Kind of. Not entirely, but kind of. Still got a lot to learn, obviously. But like back to the patience thing, I just do feel like earlier this year, I finally like, I don't know, just developed the ability to like not be a total idiot, you know? Spend a lot of your time, especially college, man. College, you think you have it all figured out. And then you get out of college and you're like, dang, I know nothing. What's up, Ars? My name's Jaws. If you want to know more just like about me, go to the link in the pinned comment or in the description. And that leads you to like my little landing page, tbm.gg/Jaws. And that's just like my landing page where you can read about me. Power of Now? I have not. I have not. I do like to read though, so I'll write that down. I'm writing my phone actually. I was going to write it in notes, but it's better if it's my phone. I'm assuming that book has a lot to do with like being thoughtful. Because I used to practice like what's called thoughtful meditation or mindful meditation. Makes sense why I'm getting married at 31. Yo, GG's, man. Congrats. That's awesome. Very nice. Dude, I'm like, I told you I'm 25. I'm like at the age where a lot of people, like just in my life that I've known closely, loosely, just in general that like I know, especially from high school, are like now getting engaged and married, and it's just crazy for me to watch. I swear every other day that I go on Instagram now, it's like another engagement picture. This is awesome for them. What I think an attitude for trading should be. I don't really get the question. Like, are you asking, is a balanced mindset good for trading? Because then I'm going to say absolutely yes. I'm no longer allowed to officiate weddings after the one I did got divorced. F. That reminds me of the meme where like the best man has been the best man at both weddings, and he starts off the speech with "Welcome back, everyone." That'd be awesome to pull. Probably shouldn't. Definitely shouldn't, actually, but hilarious if done correctly. Have we done anything on order flow? Nah, not really. Still sitting calm sideways. Oh my god, Logic 8. I do want to pull noisier order flow real quick just to see what this looks like. What are we doing down here? A bunch of orders fired off down here. Interesting. I think I've asked this before, but anyone in here that uses Bookmap? I mean, one, does anyone in here use Bookmap? And then two, do y'all see of anything of interest worth sharing? Such as like a fat buyer or seller sitting on the bid or ask? No, GG's Logicate. It's awesome. Yeah, I'll get there one day. Not in a rush. Definitely not in a rush, actually. Very much enjoying just like life. Telling y'all, enjoying life ever since my my prefrontal cortex developed. Less spoofing going on. Okay, that makes sense. Thin books. Not that surprised, actually. Thanks, Ryan. You too. Ryan, you're a very special person. Very funny person. Good luck on the surgery, Ryan. Wishing you the best. Ryan, make sure to send the group chat before and after photos as well, okay? Thank you. Yeah, that was hilarious. No, it's actually a reduction. It's a reduction surgery, the opposite. Ryan's giving some away. I have to manually review all of these. This is gold. Yep. Welcome to the stream. I mean, what else are we going to do? And we are just going sideways. We started off by going sideways between 190 and 230. And now we've brought the sideways down to be from 190 to 175. We've moved the sideways. That's all we've done. How was yesterday? If you're talking about like RTH, then good. Let me find the screenshot again. Sorry to expose you, Ryan. Oh, yesterday's session? It's a great question. I don't remember. I have like completely blanked that out from my mind. Let's find out. Yesterday was up 19 and a half doll hairs. Unfortunate. I think I was up like 100 at one point, and I gave some back, if I remember correctly. Hey, this is interesting. This is very interesting. We had a large seller try at the lows of this range, which conversely means that there is a passive buyer that absorbed that large sell. 745 algo. What does it mean? Does it mean we go back to the range though? I like wouldn't be surprised, man. I'll put an order. Oh, not a sell. Absolutely not a sell. Hold on. There we go. I'll put an order in for like 179.5 maybe, if that were to fill. It did fill. Okay, very nice. Don't really want to risk a full 200 on that. I'll risk a 100. Give it some room to break down a little bit in case we continue testing this large buyer. But I don't want to give it too much. And then, I mean, ideal scenario isn't necessarily even new high of Globex. Ideal scenario is yesterday's high of day. That would be mint. That being said, this trade might take literally 12 hours. Might come back tomorrow morning and we're just going to be in the same spot. It's going to be awesome. But I'm also only taking on 2, not 3, just because I am, I don't have, I'd say I have like B, like if you rate setups like A, B, C, I have like B setup confidence in this. I would like it. It would be an A for me if we were actually down wicking the Celts and like overextended. But I'm willing to take it just because in prior sessions when we've had like a big expansion the day before, and then we get this like straight sideways movement, we don't always go wick the Celts, as seen right here off of Tokyo Open. A lot of times we just go straight sideways. Like don't even get outside the Celts, just sit in the same range. Oh, the rip got stuffed. Yeah. I mean, if this stops out, it stops out. It's a $100 risk total. I'm okay with it. Considering lower. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't mind lower. Like if this stops out, it's not the end of the world. If this stops out, I like the trade even more. If we could stop out, go wick out 140, make it an aggressive move, that's important. That's imperative to me, is that it's like, it's not just a slow grind down, it's an aggressive wick out of these lows to then just ride right back up, right back into the sunset. Retesting that large buyer again. What up, Naya? What's going on? This is some nice chop. This is some grade A chop we've got going on here. Okay. So that's why I didn't have my stop at that prior low, specifically because I figured we would sweep that out. The real question is what happens here. I'd imagine if we hold below that low, we'd probably go hit my stop, in which case, whatever. But if we can reclaim this low and then go push up into the highs relatively soon, I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, another large seller hitting the lows here, which means conversely that there is a large buyer, passive buyer, eating this on the way down. I wonder if it's like the same setup as last time though, where it's like we see like 4 or 5 of these large buyers before that large buyer actually makes a move back up to the highs. Remember, chat, you're never early, you're just wrong. Oh, wait. Y'all didn't hear that. Scratch that, y'all didn't hear that. Reverse. You're never wrong, you're just early. Is that how it goes? Rip. What a terrible look. Okay. They do be trying. Interesting. You're long from 72, Zach. Sweet. Sweet. Y'all know, as always, I've got the honey green tea on deck. It's just cooling off for now. I didn't go with ice tonight. I went with warm, which might be a mistake because I'm wearing like a pretty heavy hoodie. Might just be sitting here sweating, but we'll find out. I just gotta let that cool down a little bit. I don't know if y'all can hear it on stream, but like an hour in roughly after just like talking, because I also talk literally all day. Like I am, for my job, I'm on the phone literally all day. So it's a lot of talking. So eventually my throat and like my voice just gets tired. I rejuvenate it. I wonder if this is how like musicians feel. Like touring musicians, you know, like people that sing like literally every night. Like I wonder if this feeling I have in my like voice box is similar to what they experience. I'm gonna go up to a touring musician next time I see one, whenever that is, and just be like, hey man, I understand you. Listen, I get it. Wearing a sweater to troll Jamie? No. I do understand that Jamie is currently in the trenches of no AC land. I am aware, but no. I have AC, so I'm using it. And I rock with wearing hoodies, so. No troll. What up, bro? What's going on? All right, it's looking like buyers might be cooked. Low annually. Low-key annually. Seeing that pop back into the range fail is pretty sus. Just saying. Mad unforch, dude. Mad unforch. Ash, thank you. I try. Know what else would be smooth and relaxing? If the market went up. Please. Oh, maybe they heard me. Hold on. Hold your breath. I'm holding my breath until it goes break even. Okay, I give up. That ain't gonna work. What up, Sam? What's going on? I wouldn't be surprised if sellers like pike it, like aggressive smack lower and then back up. Would make sense instead of like slow grind down. Like for reversals, generally, it's kind of what you want to see is like you draw it out. Oh, wait, where's the multi-point one? Do I have that on here? No, I don't. I have a brush though. I could draw it in a brush. Do you want to see like sideways? Wait, what? Oh, I see. Stand by. Let's do it with lines, whatever. You want to see like sideways, 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 big spike down. Maybe some consolidation down here, maybe not. I'm just going to go with no consolidation for this one. Big V back up. Little bit more sideways if possible for an entry. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does, and then continuation up. Sometimes you don't get this sideways. Sometimes your continuation, oh, not that one. Sometimes your continuation looks more like that, and that's a lot harder to catch, but like that's generally what you want to see is like for this aggressive downside move to just get immediately reclaimed. That's the ideal scenario, generally. But for that to happen, you got to have the aggressive downside move first. So see if it plays out. Kind of pathetic of buyers to not just go immediately sweep out prior day's high as soon as I got long. What kind of scam bull market is this? I'm looking for pump, baby. I'm looking for pumpage. I want up. Joss, how old are you? I mentioned it once and it's going to be like a recurring theme. I'm 25. 25, prefrontal cortex, freshly developed. Still got a little bit to go until 31 when I fully assume form and fully maturized. According to Google, at least. Dude, I mean, same thing's playing out. Like, this is what I want to see from a long. Just hasn't played out yet. All these big sellers coming into the lows, which just means that there's a passive buyer absorbing this on the way down. At some point, I just want to see the passive buyer, like, you know, not be passive. I want to see him step in. I want to see him get active. I want to see him go take out prior day's high is what I want. I just turned 30 all downhill from here. And don't say that. That's not true. A lot of it probably just comes down to like taking care of your body, man. Like, mind feeds the body, body feeds the mind. Just make sure to work out consistently, make sure to eat well, you know, stay pliable. Yoga's awesome. I'm a huge proponent of yoga. I know a lot of guys don't like to do it, but I worked at a yoga store. That's actually where this hoodie's from. I worked at a yoga store for basically a summer in college, and that was awesome. Like, got free yoga classes, free clothing, sick. And I got to like kind of check off my like retail experience side of it, of like having worked retail. I can confirm to y'all, working retail sucks. I feel for anyone in here that is working retail. It is not fun. There's just so many people out there that like, just because, you know, they just don't treat you like a person. Just because you're working retail. It's crazy. It's honestly mind-blowing. All right, this might be the pike down that I was talking about. Let's see what happens. Yeah, stretching's incredibly important. That's what yoga's all about. Stretch out everything. So I think this is going to stop out, which is fine. I'm not going to snap long this on the stop out. Like, I'm not just going to get long on the stop. I would like to see this wick get taken at 140-ish, whatever this is. Yeah, it's like 140 on the dot. That's my ideal scenario, is we trade outside the Celts, wick this out, and then I can entertain the long. I'm not just going to get long where my stop is. What's up, Alpine? 120? Yeah, 120 would be even better. All right, there's the stop. That's fine. Oh, yeah, 120 would be sweet. Yeah, my first area of interest would be 140 right here. And see what happens from there. I'm going to keep my like little order flow / range chart up just to see what's happening. If I see a ton of sellers piling in at the lows, then I will snap long that. Because that to me is the sign of like, hey, exhaustion's about to print, or we're about to rip. But until then, I would like to see sub 140. Okay, another big seller. Still not sub 140. Would like to see that. Enough chop. Yeah, you're preaching to the choir, man. I'm over it. I am over it. So far, not really moving much where the seller stepped in at the lows. What up, Hypershin? Don't hate more continued downside. Another large seller stepping in, even bigger, which tells me that there is a large passive buyer down here as well. There's 140. Okay. At this point, I'm getting interested for sure. If I get filled on this limit, I'll take it. It's a big if, apparently. Okay, there's the fill. I was going to say. All right, light flushage below. That's fine. Again, ideal target, like truthfully, is prior day's high. Whoa, did not want to do that. Yo, let me move my order, man. Thank you. Ideal target's up there. See what else happens here, though. My stop is in a very unfortunate place, I gotta say. But It is what it is. I'm not really willing to risk more than 200 on any given trade idea, so it's kind of got to live there, unfortunately. I mean, this is what I want to see, though. I want to see large sellers piling in at a really obvious low, and then eventually have a large buyer step in. That being said, by the time the buyer steps in, I kind of would like to be long. I don't want to be waiting till after. Just because in this case, I'm expecting the large buyer to be here. And it kind of can confirm that the large buyer's here because these large sells are hitting a passive bid. Kind of just looks like a question of how much drawdown am I going to need to take for this. I think taking one off if we get back to Kelt mid would be advisable as well. Something like that I think would make sense. If and when. Five-point front run rip. Rip Alpine. You might still get it, truthfully. I mean, I don't know. You might still get it, though. It's a desk job. What drew me to trading? Markets, man. I was always interested since I was like 16 or so in equities, and I had a custodial brokerage account that I would trade, which is also where I got caught up trading some real sketchy like shipping companies. I'm talking like 10 million share float, and these things would pump like 500% in a day on like some like non-existent news. Basically, it'd be like a rumor that they're going to have a contract with, I don't know, whoever, some oil company or something. And then eventually like moved out of that. Didn't trade that much for the first 2 years of college, honestly. First 2 years of school, I kind of like walked away from trading in general, honestly. I still watch the markets, but like nowhere near as much as I watch them now, obviously. I just kind of like knew roughly whether they go like up or down from like a broad sense. And then second half of college is when I found TBM's channel. He's the one through his videos that introduced me to futures trading. And I was like, oh, this looks really cool. Like this is, you know, I like trading. I know I like trading because I had that custodial brokerage. That at that point, I wasn't really touching that much. So I was like, why don't I just move that money into futures trading and give this a shot? And since then, have just been like on the grind, on the journey, showing up every day, basically. Active in the community. To answer the second part of your question, just active in the community, like show a demonstrated interest, you know, like make the community a better place, show a demonstrated interest, and just show up. Like I think that's a lot of what it comes down to, is just show up. Even when you don't want to. I hope that answers your question. That is a little long-winded, I know, but I feel like that we're covering like several years of information here, so I feel like that's a decent job of explaining. Alpine rip, dude, 123, huh? Would have been looking for 30 to 40. Yeah, I don't know. Depends on how aggressive they really want to sell this. I mean, like the reason I'm long, my theory to them, you know, selling this is like, all we're really doing is trading to like the edges of volume. Like we're not necessarily exploring new price, nor do I really expect us to, in all honesty. Also, point of control back here is a interesting price. Yeah, I don't really like expect us to explore new prices at this point because we've done so much of that prior day. So the reason I'm long is just because I think we're going to sit in a range. And at this point, we just happen to be expanding that range. So I don't know. We'll see. Sitting on hands for a while. Hey, man, sorry. Yeah, I mean, these upgrind days are tough. Like, just straight up, they're tough. If you have a short bias on a day like this, it is really easy to get blown up so fast. Oh, Alpine. Now that you're here, actually, I thought about this last time, like afterwards when you were here, and didn't ask. Do you use stems at all when you DJ? Because I know you said you DJ weddings a lot. Do you use stems? Do you like either make mashups or like throw in, I don't know, like vocals from other tracks over a like a beat you've got going? Curious, because I'm experimenting with stems a lot more right now. Because I feel like I hit kind of like a creative block with like the sets that I was making. And so I wanted to switch it up a little bit. So I'm throwing together like basically just a ton of Drake vocals over like house tracks. And that'll be the next playlist. Because you don't even necessarily need a controller for stems at this point. Like if you've got either like mixed in key or if you use like, it's called like La 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 AI or something. Oh, my bad. Sorry. You got the rain because of the stems. Got it. Okay. That tracks. My bad. That's cool though. Stems are cool. If you can get a nice sounding stem, because sometimes the quality, especially on record box, is kind of janky. But if you can get a nice quality sounding stem, it's pretty cool. Throw that on anything. Almost. Chat, they're sussing me out. They're really sussing me out here. This doesn't look enticing. It's short from 180. Little bang it entry. Kudos to you for shorting the low of the range. I have trouble with that. Swept out the lows, kind of close to where this is, 128s again. Very nice. Alpine, I don't know. I think you might get your 123 3/4. It's getting close. I don't know if you still have it on or not, but it is getting close. You have 30 micros on? Jeez. That's a lot of micros, man. Took it at 127. Okay, gotcha. Let's ride. Let's ride. It's kind of do or die here. Like, bounce the 20s or it's cooked. Oh, you had 15 shorts? 15 shorts. You had 15 micros short, Jeffrey? Nice. Solid. It's only 1 micro. Fair. Very fair. Mitch, you reset. Hey, man, lock in. No more of that over leveraging, oversizing stuff, you know? Lock in. Are we trading New York? Yeah, I've been trading New York recently. Technically, shouldn't be, right? Technically, I'm working at the time, but I have been. You go in at a desktop. I don't know if you have Discord or not, but if you do, join the Discord. It's on the bottom right of the screen, tpm.gg/discord. It's also in the description. I generally post my trades in there. Like if it's not on stream here, obviously I'm not going to repost this, but if it's not on stream, then I generally post them in the Discord. All right, let's see if they can do it here. Would be ideal, I've got to say, would be ideal. Bounce 120s and rip is like, doesn't really get better than that if it plays out. All right, I am going to get my honey green tea. Okay, I've got my honey green tea. Let me figure out how to put these on again. Hello. In-ears are cool and all, but when they get tangled and like looped up on each other, it is a pain to get them untangled. Because they have like, I can see, they have like that curve there. So if this part gets looped around the other wire, it just like cinches on. You're already in join a week ago. Watching TBM for a few years, but focused on evening trades. GG's. GG's, sir. It's a lot of wicks down here. What are we doing, market? What am I, hold on, I don't believe Liam's here right now, but if he was, in Liam's honor, just so we can really see what price action's doing right now. Because, I mean, obviously, everyone knows this is how you actually see inside the candle. Everyone wants to sell you footprints and say, oh, you got to get this platform for this footprint. No, 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 no. This is how you really see inside the candle. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Jarvis. Enhance. Oh, yeah, look at this. Oh, back down. I'm joking. Jarvis? All right, that's kind of concerning. Attempt to trade up, slapped, immediately trading back down. F. Zoom in more at Jarvis Enhance. Yeah, peace, Logic 8. Have a good one. Jarvis, show me the candle's DNA. Okay. Okay. Everyone calm down. Everyone calm down. Maybe they're doing it. Maybe they're trying. Everyone calm down. Chat, are you calm? I'm calm. I'm so calm. Actually, what is my heart rate? I'm sitting at a cool 89 right now. Slightly elevated, not gonna lie, slightly elevated. I should start tracking what my average streaming heart rate is. So far this stream, it started around 105, has been sitting pretty much in the 90s, and then now is at 95. It's kind of high. My resting heart rate when I sleep is like 51. Yeah, it's 51, which is okay. Should be lower. 40s is ideal. Rufio blew the TPT I took a payout on today. Dude, I'm sorry. It's just one of those days. Today was either you were positioned correctly pretty early on and you made a boatload of money, or you were chasing or just completely on the wrong side of the market and got hosed. And when you realize that's happening, that's what's setting up, the best thing you can do is just walk away. Risk management comes first. Make sure you have an account to trade. Walk away. I promise you there will be other days to trade. Like right now. And also tomorrow too. All right, buyers are like giving it a legit effort here. I'd really like to see this pump. I mean, like this makes sense. That's what I've been talking about. I mean, we have these large sellers coming in on the way down, indicates a large buyer passively soaking that. I'd like to see just a continued pump out of it, considering we put in a nice little rounding bottom here on the range and actually the 1 minute. It's a lot of wicks. My targets are up there though. My targets are real nice and high. Prior day's high would be sick. That would be all time. I chart or move between time frames. I have multiple time frames. Once I have like my idea of from those time frames though of like what to expect, I don't really move in between them that much. Like I'm not going to sit here and watch a 30-minute. I'll flip back to the 3-minute just because this has my profiles on it, so I do want to see where we are relative to volume. Like right now, the part of the reason I'm long from right here is because we're pushing into lower volume as we opened in high volume. So market goes high volume to low volume, back to high volume, and then, you know, the cycle repeats. Nice pump. Dude, snipe of an entry, Alpine. You're long at 127. Yeah, nice entry, dog. Very nice entry. Bottom take the entry this morning after open, sold for 40 points. I feel that. Been there. Hey man, 40 points is 40 points. Just ignore the 400 that it ripped after. 40 points is 40 points. You're in a long as well. Sick. Yeah, GG's desk job. GG's. Have a good weekend, man. If we are really holding the lows of this range, I mean, I want to say like point of control is the ideal target, 201. So I'm going to move my, I forgot I can't do that. I'm going to move my first exit to point of control. If we really are holding the lows of the range, that is what I expect to see trade. Might take a while. Probably will take a while. But that's what I would expect to see. 165 is your target. Getting close. Getting close, sir. A little bit more. Don't really know whether to front run prior day's high. Oh, I keep forgetting I can't move that. I mean, to the tick would probably play if we actually do sweep it, I'd assume. I would think. I am going to need buyers to bail me out a bit, though. Ideally. No. Wrong way, buyers, wrong way. Nothing else big coming up on the tape yet. So that's honestly a good thing. I would be very concerned if there was like a large buyer that stepped in at the highs here at this little range and got stuffed. That would be, yeah, that'd be concerning. This is definitely just going to be a need to be super patient trade, though. If it plays out. Extremely patient. Like legit multi-hour trade, potentially. Might go to sleep with this on. I don't know. Very possible. No, I can't do that. I was wondering if this was like a quant tower setup where you can like drag from your entry and it creates orders, but alas, it's not. All right, if I was a sweaty tech enjoyer, if I was a sweaty tech user, which I kind of am, I would be looking at like this. 50%'s right here. So as of right now, defending 50%. Maybe. 50% then pump or what, man? Pride how to be in New York, not in Asia. I will see. London's well known for stealing the move, I gotta say. I got some beef with London. There is like a good probably like 2-month long period where like the best trade of the day from like a mean reversion perspective, the best trade of the day would consistently happen during London session. So my options were either don't trade it and like take different trades, which is a whole new can of worms, or wake up at like 3 a.m. for London Open and try to catch the trade. Debilitating sleep schedule. So I got beef with London over that. You get up at 4, you animal. That is wild. What up, Zach? What's going on? And one, I'm on TradeC. Currently on TradeC with a Lucid 50K daily eval. Huh. Why did the pinned comment disappear? What happened? What did I do? Well, I was going to say look at the pinned comment, but since my pinned comment disappeared, I don't know what happened. I'm just going to post that there. If you want to go check the accounts out and just learn more about me, follow that link. And on the website, you'll get the obviously like Milo information as well as the whole like prop comparisons, why you should trade what works for you. And there's a prop firm quiz, which like top left on the tab says prop firm quiz. You can take that and it'll tell you what account you should trade. Pinned is there for you. Okay, maybe this is just like a bug on my end. Let me try refreshing my chat box. What's going on? Oh, you're right. It is there. Okay, interesting. I don't know why it disappeared for me. Well, whatever. Okay. Buyers giving it a go. They are trying. Kind of. Not going to say it's a great effort, but it's something. 5 minutes before market opens, the perfect time to wake up, make coffee, get to work. Dude, I can't do that. I like need, it takes me, even with coffee, it takes me like a good hour to like really wake up. So I recently I have been forcing myself, and it sucks. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it sucks. But I've been forcing myself Monday, Wednesday, Fridays to get up and go to the gym. I get up at 6, go to the gym for 6:30. And I feel better throughout the day for sure. Like I feel just like more lucid, no pun intended, 50K daily eval, and awake, which is nice. But I'm not gonna lie to you, it sucks. Not fun waking up that early. What's up? Just about right. How we doing? We've got that down now. I've got the practice down for it. Are these Bollinger Bands? No, they're Keltner channels. Here's the settings. Feel free to screenshot or pause. Copy those. No, not the car, not the car. A lot of things named Lucid nowadays, huh? When Lucid was just like first coming out, I'm talking like the first month or so of their launch, anytime, like I couldn't find the website. Anytime I tried searching Lucid, just the car company would come up. Now, obviously it's different, but in the early days, the SEO was leading me to something I did not want to buy. Another 40 years and it'll be easy for me. Yeah, can't wait. Can't wait. I enjoy sleep, man. I'm a big sleeper. I think sleep is super important. I can like feel like days where I did not sleep well or I didn't get enough sleep. Like I feel it during the day. It's not like some voodoo, like, oh, I'm a little tired. It's like I'm operating on like low power mode, legit. Okay. They do be trying to wick me out break even. Look at this. Look at Fred trying to do his dirty work. Here, let's get real nice and close. Look at this. Look what Fred tried to do to me. Let's get Jarvis enhance. Enhance. Look at this. Incredible stuff. 1 1/4 point. They tried to get me. I sleep all day, stay up all night? No, I have a day job. And even if I didn't have a day job, which I won't soon, but even if I didn't have a day job, I would not sleep all day. I got stuff to do during the day. I feel it because my frontal cortex is fully developed. Exactly. That's exactly it. 100%. I'm telling y'all, man, just one day, I woke up and was like, huh, things seem clear now. Let me lock in real quick. That being said, the process of locking in has definitely taken time. It's a ever ever-changing process of locking in. Look at this, chat. They're going back for my non-existent break even. Look at this. The market's sniffing me out, trying to get my sim break even. Not this time, Fred. Not this time. What's up, buddy? What's going on? What do I do for a day job? I work in tax assessment, which like isn't necessarily like the, hey, you owe me taxes job. I don't do that. I do like the valuation side of it. So setting for Bollinger Bands. They're not Bollinger Bands, man. They're counter channels. Screenshot this, pause the stream, whatever you want to do. These are the settings. Have fun. Pull back on a fib dilly. I'm just going to assume you're talking about like the downside move. Actually, no. Technically upside because we're in an uptrend, right? About 50% at like 140. I think. I'm assuming that's what you're asking for. I have no clue. Look what they tried to do to me, chat. You see this? Twice. They tried to sniff me twice. Unbelievable. All right, now we can really see it. This is good. Now we've really got some clarity on the screen. All right, just gigantic straight pump would be sick here. That'd be very nice. Everett, how long have I been on this eval? Not that long. The old Lucid 50K eval that I had, I passed it. So for anyone new that doesn't know, Jamie and Liam, two of the other streamers, the three of us had an agreement that looked like, get it real quick. That looked like this. And basically what this says is that the first person out of the three of us to get a payout will get to choose what the other two people are drinking in terms of like a shot on stream. I kind of fumbled and didn't like make sure that we're all starting at an even playing ground. So Liam and Jamie both started in funded accounts. I started in an eval that had like $400. No, sorry, it was up like 800. It was up 800. So I was like basically 3.5K in the hole from like where I was to where I need to get for payout. I was like 3.5K in the hole. So I just went sicko mode on RTH one day on that eval and I passed it, got to the funded, and promptly blew the funded. Very quickly blew the funded. So now I'm back on a fresh eval, on a fresh 50K Lucid daily. That being said, I do like the dailies because assuming I don't implode the next funded, I really like the idea of just stacking up through like the buffer zone and then being able to take daily payouts. There's actually, I don't know if Zach's still here. Is it Zach before I give credit to the wrong person? Okay, it is. Zach's still here. Got it. Yeah, Zach has been ripping the, I believe it's a Lucid daily. Pretty sure. Zach has been, yeah, that's insane, bro. On day 5, taking out 6K, like that's sick. So that's the goal, is to get to that point with the Lucid dailies where you're above the buffer and then you're just, whatever you make that day, just get it out. That would be my goal. That's awesome. GG, Zach. I can't say GG's enough on that. That is awesome. Okay, this looks promising. Let's see some more. What up, Calvin? I'm not Matt. My name's Jaws. If you hit the pinned comment, there's a link there or in the description that takes you to my little like landing page. You can learn more about me, but I I am not Matt. Sorry to burst your bubble. I know it says Matt on the channel. I'm aware. It's Matt's channel. They already fading or what? I want to see some more out of that. A little weak there. Here for me? Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Dude, 5 days, 6K from the account. That is wild. Zach, are you trading minis? I'm assuming so. With that kind of P&L, I'm assuming like 1NQ. Yeah, you leave the buffer in the account. That makes total sense. Because you can't withdraw into the buffer anyways. Rip Alpine. Almost there, almost there. Minis, yeah, okay, makes sense. I was gonna say that's a pretty big P&L, which like you can do with micros. You can, but minis, it's probably more doable. Especially on days like today where we go up like 400 points. One micro, 400 points, $800. That's crazy on one micro. Alpine, I'm rooting for you. Take 10 to 12 pointers. Little base hits. I like it. It's a lot of base hits. This kind of seems like our line in the sand as of right now, like 150 to 145, I'd say. I think is like a safe reference for that. That kind of seems like the line in the sand. As long as we're holding above that, this looks great. If we reclaim below that aggressively, looks less great. But that seems like the line in the sand as of right now. Here, I'll even draw it out, a little box, a little rectangle. Boom. Just keep that marked up. Everett, actually, this is perfect timing. Skidsteer posted a, let me find the link. I did like a run through last night, like a quick run through of just like what I use on my charts and why, like why it's there. So what you should do, because I don't want to go through this 1,000 times, is I'm posting the link to the link, link in a link, linkception in the Gen chat. Go check that out. And basically, it's literally just a video of me, like I think last night, going through everything that I look for and everything that I use on my chart. So that'll answer your questions. It's quick though. It's like a 2-minute like timed rundown. Alpine, did you get out? I'm assuming yes. That traded like 165 to the tick almost on micros at least. GG Zach. Why am I quitting? Yeah, that's definitely down the line. It's in the cards. We'll see. Also, just kind of need like breathing room, you know? I'm in a position to do so, so why not? Yes, sir, you're out. GG's, sir. GG's. Bit of a top tick exit there as of right now, top tick exit. I'm hoping it continues up though, so I can get out as well. I do need another 40 points or so to get out of my first contract. Remains to be seen. Also, I mean, the line in the sand I have marked out, like 150 to 145, is definitely valid. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we wick back into that at some point before continuing higher. But the area that like really signifies to me that buyers are back in control is if we can reclaim this right here, like 174 to like 167. It's kind of a random price range, I know, but like where these sellers started this aggressive sell-off, if we can aggressively get above this little box area, 174 to 167, then I think buyers are like firmly in control at that point. If sellers are able from the beginning of the point of their sell-off, at least the aggressive part, to hold that, it's gonna be a long trade. That's what it's gonna be. Bro. Microsoft Edge doing me dirty. Glad you ran the entry. Yeah, GG's. All right. It is back above 165. Keep going. Keep going. What's up, Dilly? Yeah, that's why I'm long. I'm just assuming that like we hold these lows. Like if you go out to a volume chart, or sorry, a volume profile, I'm kind of just assuming that like we hold these lows and then considering the trend seems to be up, hold these lows and then just rip back up to the highs is the ideal scenario. I mean, we'll see what happens, but this might be setting up for the wick back into 150s. As we push higher, I'm fully expecting a wick back into 150. I think this area had too much interest to not be retraded. Unfortunately, I'd rather it didn't, but there's just a lot of interest here in trading, it seems. Short Asia open, I did not. I wouldn't have been opposed to a short, just based on the same idea of like, I think the MO for now is really just going to be straight sideways. So I wouldn't have been opposed to a short, but I would have wanted a short much higher, closer to like, probably closer to prior day's high, honestly, like 260s to 270s. All right, moment of truth here. What happens as we push into Kelt mid? This white line right here is Kelt mid, K-E-L-T, Kelt, not Kelp. That's basically just a 200 moving average for me because I have my settings set to 200. So it's really just a 200 1-minute moving average. Generally, though, on like a trendier environment, when you have some sort of directional move, it tends to be reactive. Like earlier today, for example, I caught a long on RTH right here from like, I think I was long 117. Somewhere between like 124 and 117 is where my long was. And then held that sucker all the way up to like somewhere here, like 230s. She's going, yeah. Yeah, I'm fully expecting the retest. That's why I don't have a break even in yet. I'll go break even if slash when the 200s trade and I get out of this lot up here. But before then, I think there's just way too much potential for this to wick back down. And my entry kind of sucks. My entry's like smack in the middle of this range, unfortunately. Okay, large buyers stepping up at the highs here at 160s, which means there is also a large passive seller that's sitting there. I'm not gonna lie, slightly concerning because I was saying like this 170s area is where I would expect to see, I want to see buyers retake because this is where the aggressive part of the sell-off started. So if sellers are going to defend this area, then it's looking pretty cooked. At the very least, I do think it makes sense to trim my stop at this point. I don't think it makes sense to leave a full 200 open. So like right around these lows, I think is doable. At least like cuts my risk in half. So that should be fine. Took the short as soon as candle closed below open. I'm assuming up here somewhere. Probably like this candle, right? Good trade. I mean, got paid on it. Very nice. Like a breakout style short trade. GG, Zach. Have a good one. All right, there's the attempt to wick into the 150s. See what happens here. Again, that's my line in the sand. Like I think as long as buyers are managing to hold this, then the long looks totally fine. But they do need to hold this. That is the key element here. Go up, please. Mr. Market, go up. I'm gonna just sit here clenching, hoping it goes up. Not gonna hold my breath because we saw that work last time. All right, chat. I'm gonna need y'all to manage this trade for me real quick. I'm gonna go hit the bathroom. I'll be right back. Let me throw the BR. Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized this whole time I haven't had my PNL on screen. Well, it's in the top left, but I completely forgot that I turned this off because I was messing with the camera earlier. Hand up, that's on me. If you look right below my like headshot, my face right now, you'll see that the PNL is right below that as well now. That is completely on me. Sorry. My bad. Okay, there we go. Now I've got everything. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to the bathroom. Manage this trade for me, chat. If they're getting a little close to my stop, just make a call. Tell Fred, hey, slow down a little bit. Let's give him a chance. And if they're getting close to my take profit, tell Fred to step on the gas. All right, I'll be right back. What have y'all done? It's trading lower. Why? Tell it to go up. One day I'm going to take a bathroom break and I'm going to come back and y'all will have ripped it straight to TP. And then we can have, you know, a celebratory pop a champagne bottle or something. But until y'all pick up the slack, I don't know. What is going on order flow wise? That large buyer at the highs, as of right now, not getting a ton out of it. Testing the key area, like the line in the sand I have drawn out. Kind of looks like they want to punt it through. That was like 2 separate attempts to trade higher that didn't really go anywhere as of yet. Trying again. I mean, if these keep failing, I just have to assume it's going to get punted. We'll see. Also, I've been saving kind of hard golf and Wordle because I've been in this trade the whole time. That being said, I'm probably going to be in this trade for a long time, judging by how this is moving. So while we're waiting, let me throw on Ye Old Game. Ye Old Test of Skill. Very skillful, very... Yes, that's it. That's all I got. Very skillful. Incredibly skillful game. I am the best. Y'all are about to see a flawless round. Absolutely flawless. Look at that. First shot, boom. Where is this going? Boom. Calculated, hitting it off the ceiling. Boom. Easy flop. Oh, market's kind of pumping out of that? Very nice. That is exactly what I want to see. All right, this is kind of shooting the gap, huh? Chill. Chill. Okay, very nice. Calculated. Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. This is kind of tough. You guys just have to yoink it off of that. Stay. Sit. Nice. Nice. Y'all see this? I'm on a heater right now. Can I, is this doable? Oh, I almost did it. That would have been sick. Okay, I'm about to feed like 19 shots here, aren't I? No. Okay. I was doing great up until that last shot. I was doing phenomenal. Also, nice move from the market. Keep going. Really would like to see this just rip through Kelt mid because this area might be reactive as well. This is testing those 170s I was talking about. This is like the base of the aggressive part of the sell-off. So testing here, the like key area to keep in mind is these sellers that stepped in right here, 175 to 170. If these sellers can manage to hold, then I think we go back into the lows. If buyers, you know, if buyers keep buying, then obviously we go up. But I think this is a pretty important area. Oh, dude, that had the potential to be such a sick round. That had so much potential. I could have been like 5 under. F. I'll rip the Wordle with like 20-ish minutes to go. How about that? Y'all know that one will take me a hot second because I apparently didn't learn how to read. That's what I feel like, at least whenever I play Wordles. It's like, it's a 5-letter word. How hard is it to think of? Then you sit there staring at the thing for 20 minutes without a guess. It's tough. Wordle? Yeah, I'll play Wordle later, not right now. Can't go back to back on the games. Gotta trade a little bit too. Nice bullish, nice. Not really keeping up with your name there. Bullish 65 talking about shorting. Interesting. Bullish in the Discord. I just saw what you sent, the GIF. Nice. What movie is that from? If you're still here, let me know what movie that is. That that looks entertaining for sure. Also, Unk Gaming. I don't know if you're in here as well. Of that's crazy. I like the Star Wars theme though. That's sick. I mean, dojing out, continued pumpage, maybe. Can only hope. What does the order flow look like? We doing anything? Not yet. Not yet. Retest 30K. Yeah, that'd be huge. That'd be a large move. I could definitely see it happening in RTH. I'm not going to lie. Depending on where we open, if we open above yesterday's high, like if we grind Globex right now and go hit my target, sick. And then if we open above yesterday's high for RTH, maybe we retest into like this range up here. Like maybe we retest prior day's point of control at like 206 and then rip. But if we open above prior day's high, I would be shocked if we go hit 30K again. I would think that's like a pretty good continuation move at that point. But who knows? Listen, I don't know ball. I'll be the first to admit it. I'm not a ball knower, okay? Significant lack of ball knowledge. So we'll see. How to get my entry? The idea being, if you look at volume profile, this is a pretty balanced range up here. Like there's a lot of volume on both sides. So the idea is that you just fade the edges. So get long at the lows, get short at the highs. And I just waited until we were closer to the lows. I did take one stop on the way down. I got long down here and then stopped out around here and then got re-long down here as the price got more attractive and have been sitting in that ever since. Again, the ideal scenario is that like I'm taking one off here at current session point of control because I think that's a relatively good target to go retrade. Taking one off there and then leaving the rest on I'm taking that one off specifically just to pay for the trade I took earlier where I took a loss, and then leaving the other 2 micros on to go take out prior day's high if we were to get there. Huge if, huge if. As of yet, sorry, it remains to be seen. I make anyone yawn right there? Let me know. Y'all know that yawns are contagious. See a yawn, do a yawn. Who did I just get to yawn? What levels do I use? Basically just volume profile, man. Volume profile and Keltner channels. These Keltner channels are basically just like a proxy for overextension and volume profile for the same reasons I just went through. Balance profile, get long the lows, short the highs. Trendy profile. We didn't even really, honestly, this is a crazy move up. We didn't even really get like a trendy profile. Like normally the trendy profile, you expect to see like big volume node, low volume, big volume node, low volume, and like that pattern kind of stacks up. This was huge. This is just like overnight range, ripped face, and then put in high volume at the highs. Kind of sus. Not gonna lie, kind of sus. Yeah, move is insane, dude. Just straight ripped off open. All right, kind of stalling out under Kelt mid. I mean, I'm not going to take it off. There's no reason to. I also don't think there's a reason to move it break even yet, though. We like very lightly retested this 150s area that I have as my line in the sand. I'm okay giving it another attempt to retest that while keeping the risk open. After another attempt to retest this, if we, if that plays out, if it like tries to knife through this one more time and reclaims, at that point, I would move to break even just because I've given it enough attempts at that point to reclaim, wick me out, break even, as I know the market loves to do, and then pump. I explain my levels, how I junction them with volume. I mean, basically what I just said. The volume is my levels. I don't necessarily like, I know some people mark out like support and resistance. I don't really mark out support and resistance. The only thing I'll really mark out is like order flow like this, like interesting areas of order flow. Like another area that I would mark out, for example, would be this swing low where I got long from yesterday between 11:52 and 12 Eastern. We go to that on the range chart. That is this low. So like I would get long, I would mark out like 120 to 105, basically 104, 16 point kind of little box there, just because we had large sellers on the way down, which indicates a large passive buyer soaking what the sellers have to offer there. Held it, bounced out of it, aggressive attempt to retrade through it. The fact that this is just like a straight down move basically is what I'm calling aggressive. Again, with more large sellers stepping in, but at the same time, the passive buyer is still soaking and absorbing this. And then you have that passive buyer become aggressive again here and rip out of it. So that to me just shows it's a reactive area. So like I would definitely mark, again, if I'm marking levels, it's just order flow areas. I would definitely mark this area as like a point of interest because that was a very reactive low. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. That being said, that will be a tomorrow morning thing, if anything. I'm not marking that out right now, unless we just... I don't know, unless we sell another 40 points into the low, in which case I'll mark it. How do I like TradeC? I like TradeC. Yeah, I think I like it better than Tradeivate, truthfully. Tradeavate's good. Like, it's fine. Gets the job done. I've used it for several years, so can't complain. But I do like TradeC. I like that TradeC gives me rhythmic options specifically. I like, and it seems to work well. Like, it seems to be pretty smooth, so no complaints so far. Large buyers. If you're talking about this is Motive Wave's big trade study. That's what it's called. And these are my settings, so feel free to take a screenshot or pause the stream or rewind the stream. Is there anything interesting happening order flow wise? Not really. Kind of just consolidating. Sus. Omega sus. You're forbidden to rewind a stream? What does that mean? What happened? I'm not complaining. That's fine, but what happened? What do you mean forbidden to rewind a stream? Elaborate, please. Okay, interesting. Is this the attempt back down to my line in the sand or what? Kind of looks like the start of it. I'd be really interested in seeing if any big sellers pop up on the way down. Again, showing an equally large passive bid sitting there to absorb it. That would be very interesting to me. Kind of looks like it. Gonna run it back. See what happens. Dylan, I'm assuming you're talking about the Celts. There you go. Do with that information what you will. That is what they look like. I don't hate like a wick of 150. As long as it's quick and as long as we rip out of it, I have no issue with it. I mean, or don't even get to 150. That's totally fine with me. I had no issues with that. No issues with that. GG's. What is ATR at right now? 10? Oh, it's so cooked. It's so cooked. I haven't seen 10 on Asia in so long, ever. Since I started tracking it, I have not seen a 10. F. I'm going to be sitting in this long for like 6 hours, man. That's brutal. That's so tough. On average, 10 points every 3 minutes. We are at 163. My final target is at 273, so that's 110 points. Am I doing the math right? Is that if we went up 10 points on average every 3 minutes, would that be... Dude, I can't do math. I'm thinking 11 minutes, but I know that's not correct. I don't know. Anyways, I'm being this trade for forever is what I'm getting out of this. Usually ATR is chilling around like 24. Like 20s at least, usually. 20s is a good spot to have it. Not 10. Brutal. Okay, good defense so far. At this point, I want to see this push just rip it. At the very least, go back to point of control. What if I put my hood on? What does that look like on camera? Oh yeah, this is big time trader vibes right here. Hood it up. Okay, trying to flip it green. Trying. Keyword trying. Honestly, chat, you know what's so I don't know if y'all can tell. I adjusted my camera a little bit so it's higher and then it has like a slight downwards tilt. And now this is good. And now it's like forcing me to like readjust my posture because I keep trying to like lean on my desk and I get like too close to it. So I keep looking over, being like, oh, I gotta like stand up straight. So I'm like readjusting my posture every time. It's not a bad thing, like posture training. I already have like a slouching problem. If I sit down too long, part of the reason I don't sit, I stand for the streams, is like I will legit turn into a croissant, man. I will go full on croissant. So I gotta remind myself, force myself to like stand up and shoulders back. What PMIC? Whoa. What POC am I using? I'm using Motive Wave's volume imprint study. Available within Motive Wave. No, my plan is to go break even after this exit at 201 gets hit, if/when. If/when that hits, then I will go break even on the rest, and then the rest would be looking at prior day's high. I would very much like for that target to trade. That would be a banging trade in my opinion. But we'll see. Gotta be patient. First time on my stream, have been on the other guys' streams. Welcome, sir. Welcome. What is going on? Welcome to the show. Who else's streams have you been tuning into? I try to be as active as I can in like all of them. Like I try to pop in to pretty much all of them at some point to say hi, except for Ria's. Ria's is tough, man. For me, Ria's is tough. 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. Like that's not even like Jamie's is manageable. Like I can usually catch like the tail end of Jamie's. Ria's like I'm passed out during Ria's stream, dude. I am dead asleep. All of them sick. Oh, time difference. Where are you from? Where are you located? If you're comfortable sharing. A trim at 1 to 3. I don't have it set as like a ratio. I just have it set as like, I think this is a great looking target because this 201, 2-ish, 200-ish area is current session point of control. So if we are holding and staying inside of yesterday's like main volume node, which is, you know, this whole thing, kind of where I got long and then all the way back up, then at some point this will trade is the thought process. What up, NQ Matt? What's going on? From India, so stream starts at 3:30 a.m. Dang, dude, so it's early for you. Well, GG's, thanks for tuning in. It's like 5:30 in the morning for you. Dang. It's from Singapore. Very nice. Singapore is also definitely on the bucket list to visit. Singapore's got some cool architecture, man. Y'all build some cool stuff. Like, this is sick. This building's crazy. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, we're still chopping in the same range we've been in for a while. The fact that we haven't like aggressively rejected this area so far does give me hope that the buyers are at least kind of there. Like sellers haven't just punched this back down. I do feel better about that. Just gonna need to see it actually pump eventually. Can only spend so much time in one place before, like, I think of it as like knocking on a door. It's like if buyers or sellers keep knocking on the door over and over and over, eventually it's going to open. In this case, opening means go up. Being super patient. I've been in this trade for Almost an hour and a half. We are moving up to an hour and a half. Why do I think it's going up? I think it's going up because, well, one, zoom out. Look at what we did yesterday. Pretty self-explanatory. Second, I think it's going up because we are wicking into volume at the lows of the range, and as of right now have held said volume. So my thesis is that we're just going to continue back up and through the rest of the range and then go test out the highs. And also, I very much expect yesterday's high to get taken at some point as well. No idea if it's going to be now or in London session or in RTH tomorrow. I have no idea, but I will hold this for as long as I need to for that to happen. Or unless it stops me out, in which case, obviously, I'll be out. But I'd like to see it go run the highs. Honestly, if I had to bet money on it, like on the timing of it, I would kind of be leaning towards London. It's such a London move. Like right off open, just go run to the highs and then puke back into the range. I feel like I've seen that so many times. What up, Foreign? What's going on? Welcome to the stream, sir. Chat, I'm getting a haircut tomorrow. I can't wait. It's going to be so fun. I cannot wait. No, absolutely not yet. That will happen at some point. Okay. Again, I know, even though it wasn't legit, you know, even though it was against TOS, I'm a man of my word. I will follow through on that. Just don't hold your breath, okay? Not anytime soon. Tomorrow is just like a normal buzz. I don't want to lighten up contracts. I'm already on 3 micros, man. 3 is pretty light. I'm not exactly slinging like, you know, a mini here. My total risk on this right now is $100. I'm very very comfortable. Even if I take the stop here, like that's fine. New to the stream. What up, Jason? Enjoy the haircuts while I can. Yeah, I am. I make it a point. You know, whenever I complain about my hair, I'm like, hey man, still got it. Won't always be that way. I'm aware. Okay, trying to punch through Kelp mid. That to me looked like there's probably an order that went off. There wasn't. Interesting. So this is still that 170s area that I was saying is like, if this is the key level for longs to hold above, this 150 to 145, if I need longs to hold above this as like a long thesis still makes sense, this 170s level, like 170 to 176, that's my like turbo zone. I think if we can reclaim this 170s area and get like, you know, a convincing break of this to the upside, I think the trade looks phenomenal. So this is kind of an important spot. Would like to see it play out, obviously. What are the 3 lines? Those are Keltner channels. Here are the settings. Feel free to pause the stream and go test them out. Sorry for yawning. My bad. In case they run the lows again. Maybe. I mean, if the lows get run here where my stop is, honestly, I don't really think we're stopping there. I think if we are testing the lows of the range any reversions back to like the middle of the range where I'm targeting are going to happen without taking out this low. If we retrade this low, I think there's a really good chance we're going back down to like 30,070. And I'm not about to give this an extra 50 points below that low in open risk. I'd rather just, if anything, just look for a fresh long down here. So I'm pretty comfortable with the risk on that. Still struggling at the 170s area. Give me the turbo, man. Give me the turbo into 200. Why not? Might for real be holding this trade for like a couple hours, not just like an hour or two, but like a couple. Brutal. 4, just go back and rewind the stream, man. I've shown it like several times this stream too. Okay. Let's see it. Keep going. Why are they stalling? Hello? I don't love this stall. I want to see this rocket out of this, man. This is if we're holding this low, reclaiming this initial spot where sellers aggressively brought us into the lows, I would think if buyers really have this, like this is the go zone. This is initial sellers getting put off sides, covering their positions, and then that fuels the rocket move higher. Look at that Costco hot dog fly, you know what I'm saying? Where's the GIF? Hold on. I'll show y'all in case anyone doesn't get that reference. Oh, where is it? Hold on, stand by. I will find this for y'all. This might take a second though. This is deep in the GIF library. This is deep. That's a good one. Dude, I have some banger GIFs. Trying to pump at 180s. I move my stop break even. Once my first target at 201 gets taken out, big if we get there, then yes, I'll move break even at that point. Up until then, nah. My friends ask what I did on Thursday night and managed to trade till 1:30. Yeah, dude, it'd be like that sometimes. I wouldn't wait. I wouldn't stay up that long. I'd give it like an extra 15 minutes after the stream's over to just like kind of babysit it. And then worst comes to worst, just set it break even, go to bed. And pray that I wake up tomorrow to a fat profit. Let's look for this GIF together. Why not? I don't want to hide my trade though. All right, here's my GIF library. I want y'all to see what I'm talking about. There's specifically a GIF in here that says, look at that Costco hot dog fly. I have some bangers in here though. This one's hilarious. This is wild too. This might be the greatest GIF library to ever exist, honestly. Oh, heck yeah. Look at it. Look at it. Look at that Costco hot dog fly. That's what I was kind of expecting price to do here, but it's not. Unfortunately, I was hoping for the turbo. Anyways. Okay, reclaiming Celt mid, trying to bid out of it. All good signs. The fact that sellers haven't like immediately slapped this lower is a good sign. You Klarna your Costco hot dog? Are you kidding me? Is that a joke? Your $1.50 Costco hot dog? I can't tell if you're kidding. What's my stop at? New lows on the session would be my stop. Thanks. I just sold myself out to the market makers. You're welcome. Thanks for setting me up for that. It's going right to zero. What's my strategy? George Rick. I hope I'm saying that right. If you go to, I don't know if you're in the Discord or not, but if you are, and if you're not, you should join. Bottom right of the screen, tvm.gg/discord, or in the description, hit that link. There is a link I sent to another link that was me last night, basically detailing how and why and where I trade. And someone made a video of it. Actually, Skidsteer in the chat here made a video out of it. So you should go watch that video. And it breaks down, it's literally 2 minutes long. It breaks down everything you're asking. I can't believe we're still just sitting here. It's so slow, man. What's ATR at now? Don't tell me it's 9. Oh my god, it's 8. Ouch. That one hurts. 8 is a tough look. Okay, this is sellers trying. If this attempt to sell fails, then I think we finally can get the turbo. If this fails. Because this is sellers from this initial move lower, like low 170s that pushed us into the lows. This is those sellers, I think, trying to reclaim their position before getting ran over by buyers. Yeah, thank you, Skidster. I appreciate that. That was a good idea. Thank you. Peace, Solo. Have fun. First time on the Asia stream. What up, 4xpk? What's going on? Welcome to the show. Go up, market. Go up. Please. Why does it do that? Oh, I see. Okay, perfect. Nice. Nice and even now. Interesting that there hasn't really been any big order flow coming in ever since like this large buyer stepped up here, which is nice because it means that this buyer's getting paid. Like buyer stepped in here, retraded, held that large buyer's position. Like that's all a great sign for longs. Interesting that nothing else order flow has happened though. That's significant. You need 10 points to pass your first eval. GG's. Be careful. Like, you know, no rush. You can get 10 points tonight. You can get 10 points tomorrow. You can get 10 points on Monday. There's no rush. Okay. Okay, a little bit more. They do be trying it. Can't say they're not. They do be trying it. Let me move this screen over a little bit. Oh yeah, it's perfect actually. All right, I'm gonna throw that there. I'm about to put so much on the screen. It is getting towards that time. I am gonna throw on the Wordle while we have, you're about to see some multitasking here. You're about to see some incredible multitasking here. I've got price with my, oh, you can't see my position though. Hold on, stand by. Stand by. Oh, how do I do this? All right, I think we killed the order flow chart for now. That goes away for a second. This goes over here. And that way you can see my orders and such and where my entry is. And then throw this bad boy up over here. Stand by. Nice. Look at that. Perfect. Hey, what are they doing? What are they doing? All right, sellers are actually trying. That's unfortunate. Would have liked for them to not do that. Nothing big on order flow yet, though. Worth noting. Okay, I'm juggling so much stuff. I still long. I am still long. We'll see what happens. I mean, I kind of expect chop around Kelt mid. It's more so a question of whether sellers like actually reload at Kelt mid for new lows. I fully expect chop around Kelt mid. Kelt mid is just an average. Averages tend to average, tend to chop around a bit. So I fully expect this. That's why I haven't moved this break even yet. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we go and throw out like a dirty wick into the 50s down here and then come back up. That is, I think, very much on the table. All right, let's lock in this Wordle here. Advertisement, sick. All right, big lock-in needed here, chat. Big lock-in. It's a good starter. Something with vowels would be good. I want to know what vowels I'm working with. Oh, someone had a heater of a starter word the other night. I forget who it was, but someone dropped a heater of a starter word. I didn't use it because I already had a starter word. What was it? Rote? R-O-A-T? Is that a word? Is that like a soar kind of word? Soar is a soar with an E at the end is a young baby hawk that has not yet molted its feathers, I learned. Rote is primarily an obsolete variant of the word R-O-T-E, rote, but it also appears as a financial acronym. Return on average tangible equity? Okay. Will it take that as a word? Oh, it will. Interesting. Okay, good start. Got an R and then an A in the middle. Very nice. What else? What else? I'm trying to think of where the R would be. No, no T. Crash. Means wheels in Romanian. Interesting. I'm thinking crash. I don't double any let. Round of applause. Let me hear it. Round of applause. Let me hear it. I swear I did not know that word. That is a full-on guess. Round of applause. Let me hear it. Let me hear it for that one. Thank you for wrote. One Steel One. Banger starter word. All-time starter word. Wow. Rigged? Nah, that was all skill. That was straight skill. I'm taking a screenshot of that. That is straight skill. No rigged here. Incredible stuff. Good teamwork, chat. Good job. Good teamwork. Much appreciated. I'm going to leave this on screen for a little bit. That's kind of a flex. By kind of, I mean like a lot of a flex. Let's freaking go, man. Incredible stuff. Can't believe I'm still in this trade. I'm going to need to see this do something soon. Thank you, One Steel One. Thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you for the teamwork. I sent a screenshot of that in the Discord. That is all time. GG's. What would make this even better is if some news comes through and my trade just rips into target. That'd be all time. Quick little 200-point rip. Be very cool. Chat, in case y'all aren't doing anything tomorrow morning and you want to come hang out, Matt is having Nutty Bar trading on his slot from 8:30 a.m. Central until about 10 a.m. Central, I think. Should be the time slot. Come hang out. It'll be TBM and Nutty Bar chopping it up, but hopefully not getting chopped up. You know what I'm saying? And then on Monday, Matt also has the CEO of Take Profit Trader on his stream. Same time slot, just on Monday. Should be pretty fun. I'll be there. I'll be chilling in the chat. Be dope to see y'all as well. And hopefully hit some banging trades. Hoping tomorrow is good price action. Tomorrow morning, RTH. That would be awesome. I really want to get my Apex eval passed. This currently is a Lucid 50k daily eval that I've been working on as like my Asia specific one. But I've also got an Apex 50k end of day that I've been using as like my RTH eval. And right now, between the two, RTH is treating me much, much better than Asia, I've got to say. But I'm hoping to get that passed soon. So, I mean, if I can get some like banging price action tomorrow and just get it across the finish line, that'd be sweet. All right, pump the lows of this range and then into new highs, right? Right? It's still nothing on order flow. This is all so quiet. kind of crazy. Would have expected something up here at least. Let me tone this down a little bit and see what actually happened up there. Jarvis enhance. Nothing big. Like genuinely nothing big. Some buyers up here, so there's like light sells in this 4-point range, but nothing crazy. As evidenced by the fact that the 50 filter is not showing anything. Where am I trading from? I am trading from Connecticut, sir. Where are you trading from? Okay. Baby swept out this little low down here. What happens next? What up, Thundercat? Good to see you. Again, I'm willing to give this the retrade back into 50 because 50 for me is kind of the line in the sand of like, this is where I expect buyers to step in, like do or die. I really don't expect buyers, if buyers are actually holding, to give anything much more than below this little box, 150 to 145. And my entry is unfortunately right below it. Alpine was in here earlier. If y'all know Alpine Trader, he sniped a banging entry like right off the lows down here at 127. So if I was at his entry, I'd probably be sitting break even right now, you know, not a care in the world, because if we come back to 127, honestly, I think this probably goes a lot lower. But given where my entry is, I have to give this room to at least trade 150 again. From Texas. Nice. Very nice. Outside Austin. Interesting. Seems like there is a ton of people in this stream from Austin, which I find interesting because, I mean, y'all know Matt's also from Austin. Wonder if, I don't know, I wonder if like YouTube kind of localized that. Aha, I see. I see. Right on 290. You're from Austin too. Yeah, see, I swear, like YouTube must have localized this. YouTube pushes the stream to people near Austin, I swear. There's so many people in here from Austin. Or from the surrounding area. Okay, there's the 50 retrade. This is exactly what I've been waiting for. This is exactly what I've been... No order flow. That's kind of strange to me. The fact that this is so quiet, I would have expected something big to hit the books here. Strange. Interesting. For anyone here that is from Austin, I have a question for you. Do you know who Timmy No Breaks is? Does that name ring a bell at all? Timmy No Breaks? Used to live in Austin too. Kentucky, very cool, very nice. Hello, Kentucky. What's up, Scream? Hello, all. Austin, from Cali, Chicago. All right, so pretty good spread. Pretty decent spread. Like I said, I'm from Connecticut, so I am like an hour and a half, 2 hours outside of New York. New York. Colorado, nice. Like Ski Town, Colorado. Hi from Germany, what's up? Before I butcher this, let me just Google Translate this to make sure I'm saying the right thing. Guten Abend. Guten Abend. I think that's how you say it. Guten Abend. Oh, it's morning for you. Oh no, that's Michael. Never mind. Pikes Peak, sick. Hi from Brazil. What up, dude? Hello from Connecticut. That's awesome. Watching from Brazil. From Afghanistan? Cool. That's right. Let's go. Let's go. I try to nail pronunciations when I can. I don't get them often, but when I feel like I've got a lock, then I try to hit it. Forex PK, you're from Poland? Cześć. Jak tam idzie? Ja też mówię po polsku. Trochę. Nie dużo, ale trochę. Florida, JD Hoffer, sick. South America, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, big spread around here. Good to see y'all, though. Thanks for tuning in. Nice, Scream, nice. Nie spodziewałem się. Nie wyglądam jak Polak. Lithuanian in Norway. Nice. Norway is a beautiful country. What are we doing down here, man? Just the market wants to go up, man. Just let it go up. From Bulgaria, but living in Germany the last 7 years. Scream, I don't know how old you are. Are you in like, have you ever gone like clubbing in Germany? From what I've seen, the club scene in Germany is kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of funny. The whole like pregame, go out at like 3 a.m., wait in line for like an hour. Sounds rough. Can we go up? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. How do I know Polish? My family is Polish. I'm trying to think. I am one of 4 people in my entire family. I think this is right. Well, entire like, immediate family to be born in the US. Pretty much everyone else is from Poland. Hard songs and hard times. Nice. Dude, this doesn't want to go anywhere. Has our ATR gone down even more? 8.85. All right. Chat. I think we're nearing the end, chat. And by nearing the end, I mean I'm about to press the stop stream button. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. Appreciate it. I'm going to sit in this trade. I will post the result in Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, you should join. tbm.gg/discord. Yeah, otherwise, if you're interested in what I'm trading, this is the Lucid 50K daily eval. Pinned comment / link in the description will bring you to the page for that if you want to go check it out. I'm also trading, again, during the RTH, which I will post my trades. The Apex 50K end of day eval, I'm working on that as well. That's my RTH eval. As of right now, it is treating me much nicer than the Lucid one. As y'all can see, I've been in this trade for almost 2 hours and it's gone nowhere, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, thanks for hanging out, y'all. Oh, Scream. I am not Matt, by the way. My name is Jaws. I am one of the streamers on Matt's channel, but I'm not Matt. If you want to get to know more about me, though, hit the link in the pinned comment or the description. That's like my little landing page. It'll tell you all about me. Otherwise, just Americanized. That's hilarious. Yeah, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Otherwise, have a good night, y'all, and have a good weekend, too. This is the last Globex stream of the week. Everything else is going to be RTH, and then I will see y'all on Sunday night for Globex Open. Tokyo Open, technically. But anyways, have a good weekend. If you're still trading, trade safe. Again, I'm going to post my trade whenever this ends up closing out in the Discord. So make sure you join to see that. Otherwise, I will update y'all on Sunday night. Have a good weekend. I'm going to get out of here. Peace.